ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, TheScoreEsports.com, G2A, NVIDIA, and ESEA.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL Semi-Pro League. We are here in Cologne, and it is going to be... well, it's FaZe versus NiP continuing, and now we have a manager stepping in to play for FaZe.
I'm just waiting for us to go gradually from player, coach, manager, web designer,
nice,
and just follow down
all
the
down
entire
the
line.
list.
Just like go carry on.
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
It'll get
Eventually
so
it'll be
low,
some...
it'll be us.
It's only a matter of time before the cleaner steps in. I went there. I did that.
That was great. That was about as good as Moses throughout that entire game with the puns.
Oh, God. It's going to be Train and NiP. Well, they've just won, what, 14-7 in the last game? 16.
And
Well, a bit tricky because
yeah,
they
I
won
was about to say.
16-7. 14-7 is because I looked at it because that's when Mouse shat the bed against Luminosity. That's why I've got it in my mind still.
Swearing already, Lee.
I used an A. Okay, it's fine.
Okay.
It's past tense.
Oh, that makes it all right then. We spoke about vomiting. Is there
They've
any other
done
bodily
it.
fluids we would like to cover during this? Let's not think
well,
on that one.
we were kind of hitting on it
But-
between a rock and a hard place, but
That was you hitting on it, not me on that one. Just to clarify again, but no, you know, Train is known for being a really easy puggy map, so
I know, right?
think the manager's having a really easy time to sit in.
I think he's going to have a great
He's
time.
going to be sick. He's going to be absolutely nutty. I don't actually know his name, so
Can he
I didn't
actually...
ZBM.
ZBM.
Who?
ZBM.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Do you think he can actually top
Yeah.
Vugo? That's the question.
Oh, I think Seven's gonna have a well of a time trying to answer that one because I know
Yeah,
he
I think-
enjoyed
I
casting
pretty much
that
feel like
game.
that's
so.
gonna be
I
what
also
we're gonna have to
remember
look for.
Vladislavia stepped in once
Yeah,
as well.
she didn't do
for
too
Hell
badly,
Races.
though.
She got JW twice with a deagle.
Yeah, exactly,
She
which was great.
which was probably not so great for JW. It's like, God damn it, I'm sure his team...
Is that when
I'm sure his
JW
team
slump
let him get
started?
away with it. It's like,
I think maybe we found
Could it be?
out. The ultimate analysis
Nah.
from Vendetta. No,
it's
this
good job he's
this-
back. It's took him a year to
Yeah.
recover.
Yeah.
But no, this does absolutely suck, obviously, because it's awkward when there's such a low cutoff point for game losses. But we were having the discussion. These days, players need to be preventing this to the absolute utmost. This is
absolutely.
their career at the end of the day. This is a security thing
not
that
like
they
they're
have to face.
Paid like a
Yeah,
short
so-
amount of money
Yeah,
to do this.
But then, you know, it can happen even if you take all those measures. So it does still kind of suck. But
Yeah.
you've got to think like they have to be 110% sure they do everything possible in their power to avoid this, because there is a lot of online leagues. Maybe not as much as previous as we were discussing. There used to be a lot online.
Yeah, it's definitely
Now a
definitely
little
of it.
less. There's a lot more events coming through, but still, the Pro League running through this, being online, you've got to be ready because these games can cost you getting to the finals. So a real shame for FaZe, and I actually do feel for them because they were doing very well in
There's
this.
only one tournament that doesn't have online right now.
Yeah.
So,
So it
kinda
has to
your
be there.
job.
So it is a real shame. Obviously, I do feel for FaZe, but again, it happens. Who says that if it was to reschedule, it wouldn't happen
Yeah.
again? Simple as that, at least in my mind. Probably not that simple for the players. You now have to sit through this. It's kind of heartbreaking for them. And this is how you tilt a team, and you've got a manager stepping in. So it's just like...
It's going to be a great
Hey.
game, guys. It's going to be a great game. We're going to go over to the casters who are really going to enjoy this one. It's NiP versus FaZe on Train.
What are they laughing about? Are we live? I knew we were live, guys. I knew we were live. What's up, everybody? Thank you, D-Man, for that exciting handoff. And, well, yeah, we're going to be getting into this match. ZBM is going to be standing in. Now, ZBM recently told me that he bosses on Michaelele in a maps.
Really?
That was like the longest sentence ever. Right. So he can go toe-to-toe with, like, he can actually aim a little bit. So maybe, you know, it'll work out where he actually gets a kill, you know, in before he actually shows up and just, like, completely runs over NiP in this pistol round, because FaZe Clan are going to be starting on the T side, right?
How cool would that be?
How cool would that be, though, right? You know, it's like, not only can I manage these guys,
But
well, I can hard carry them, too. I hard carry them inside and outside of the server. Like, that is a true hero. And ZBM not only, oh, wow, look at this guy. True team player to the core, drops a P250 and a Tech 9. This guy, he brings a new definition to the term support.
You know, it's actually kind of funny. Wasn't this the team that said that Fox is like the consummate teammate? He would drop me my Glock if I asked him to. Now they have ZVM in there. He's throwing pistols around.
Michael is never going to live that down. But, I mean, hey, and then he carries the bomb as well. And they're going to get out onto the site. And there's not going to be any headshots for Forrest. Instead, AZ's just going to annihilate him. ZBM, it was a short-lived life that he led. Oh, that is a sick nade. Get right with the style points. He will get one in the end. And, well, it seems like Michael is going to be able to bring this back to a 2-on-2. Fox is still alive, but they're still trying to find that single kill instead of planting the bomb. It's a little bit of a tricky situation for him, especially because that second NiP player is about to get the high ground advantage.
Yeah, and the bomb is still down. It's like going to be right underneath Exists. This is actually really tricky. FaZe has a minute to play with, but are they going to be aware that now they spot it out? And the SC is ready for it, but still losing the battle, although his teammate finally actually know that is Fox.
I feel like that was really painful, and that was really why the hell would Exist show himself for any reason until he heard the bomb plant. NiP, like, what was that?
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, it is rough, Moses. They lost the pistol round. It's hard to get rougher than that. I mean, I don't understand.
Get right played it so cool, too. That underhanded nade.
Oh, that was so sick. That was nice. He was like, here, take this.
Here's a gift for you, my friend.
Oh, man. 10,000 pieces of shrapnel to the face. Enjoy. Enjoy.
Freiburg with the scout. This is going to be good. He does tag one. Repeak gets dropped.
Did we expect another result is the question.
Not really, no. I didn't much, but there's Pit with the deagle.
And he's got Exist there holding close, so they go for the inside stack right now. So if FaZe decide to get cheeky, go for the same strategy again. There's going to be 4 players here, 4 NiP ready to greet them. So we have to wait and see. Fox playing upper right now, trying to see if anybody's holding far away, but that's just not the case because they've all got pistols. They want to be up close and personal.
And no one even showing. This is actually a pretty solid bait over this bomb site. Oh, nice kill from ZBM, the entry. He's going to fall. He pulls the bomb out instead of continuing to shoot, and there it is, the wipeout from NiP. Pit doesn't get anything with that deagle. It wasn't even a blaze. That's why. That's what it was. It wasn't a blaze skin.
Oh, because Nico has a blaze skin, so now everybody has to have
Well,
a blaze
all
skin.
like the good deagle clips are with the blaze, like that happy clip.
True.
It has the blaze skin in it.
True, true. Maybe there is something. Maybe the game is pay to win after all. Now we know. And the more you know, kids. So, 2-0 lead here for FaZe now. 4 rifles, single Mac 10, and it's going to be a hard eco for NiP, who must still be kicking themselves after that horrendous performance in the pistol round.
Yeah, that was a really, really weird 2-on-2 to play out. A little bit unfortunate. And now Freiburg, once again, it's going to be the first one with any kind of action. Puts himself in old hell, but he is about to get cleaned out. Free fire around the corner. Freiburg can't do anything.
What can you really hope to achieve there? Michael Elliott is going to pick up the one at long range. Rain with the big Mac 10 spray. Wow, and he doesn't care about money. Thorin disapproves. Exist will fall to AZ, and it will be a perfect anti-eco round executed here by FaZe Clan. So 3-0 now for FaZe, who have got to be livid after the result on the map before this on Dust 2 when they were forced to play 4v5 and then stand-ins and then no stand-ins. So I think the final score was 16-7 in the end for them.
Yes.
So that breaks their clean winning streak. They were up 2-0 so far. Now they're 2-1. Looks like they want to get in here, kind of rectify the situation, get that third map on the board for themselves.
And Pit has the AWP. I'm wondering if that's like something spawn-based. He gets a leg shot out, and now he's been under a lot of pressure, but the Force with the M4 bails him out. Look how low Rain is as well. This has been great early damage in this execute done.
It's very bizarre, yeah. Glass cannon. It's not even like he's going to drop it to anybody. Big spray coming out there from Get Right, point blank. And actually, it's going to be Freiburg from Connector to pick up the kill in the end. So Get Right feeling a little lost.
Oh, no. Look what they've done. ZBM, what a huge play. The presence of mind just falls back. The only one in the inner bomb site with the bomb. And they have complete control of this A site now. They're all outside. This is sick.
Now where can the flank come in? Pyth is hoping that they're going to make a mistake and come down Pop Dog for him. And he might get the chance eventually. There's still some utility, however, on the FaZe Clan side. It's only on ZBM. Easy kill there for Pyth, but he doesn't pull the trigger fast enough. Rain is going to take him out. And so it's down to Freiburg and Exist, the last 2 remaining players here for NiP, and there isn't a damn thing they can do from getting ZBM, from stopping ZBM from planting this bomb. 2-on-3 retake, and NiP, what is going on here on Train? They're struggling.
Yeah, that looks so good, and they evacuate that A bomb site. And Exist gets picked off on the flank. Michael Ely finds him. Freiburg now I mean, this is a 1-on-3. He's got no utility. If he doesn't find a kill soon, I mean, he should just bail out, and that spam might be it.
Oh, they're so low. They are so low, but they don't need to show themselves. It's perfectly executed there by Rain, picking off Freiburg in the end. AWP picked up as well. They can save that and pass that over to Fox, who is very competent with the AWP on this map. We've seen him wreck people in the past with it, so not a bad situation here for FaZe Clan up 4-0. Going to put NiP onto pistols again, and well, NiP, I guess it's just stack, cross your fingers and hope and stack somewhere else.
Yeah, you need that deagle from Freiburg to rain out and do some damage early on. Get like the first kill or something, and doesn't even get the tag, but he does find the angle. It is the op on Fox he was shooting at, but this is like a little bit slower pace of an execution. Last time they got out mid very, very quickly, and there it is. Rain does fall. He gets traded away, but Freiburg just so low in the sight, too long to hang on to. Oh, and easy. All right. Right through the smoke.
That was stylish. That was some sexy CS. Pyth with 2 headshots out of nowhere all of a sudden, managing to bring this back to a 2v2, or 2v1 rather, until AZ peeks his head out and picks up his 3rd kill of the round. So definitely a bit more expensive than they would have liked, FaZe Clan, but they had 11K on mic before even starting this round. All of them were pretty rich, so it's not going to stop them from full buying and getting everything that they want going into this one, the 6th. Well, NiP, it's going to be Pyth again on the AWP. What is this?
Maybe this is like a map thing, a map selection. He's like, he just really likes hopping on train.
Maybe it comes down to positioning.
Yeah.
Forrest isn't comfortable in the op positions.
You know who's about to be uncomfortable is Get Right, all alone at the inner bomb site. They're going to rush him down, but no one's there to back up AZ. Doesn't matter if he wins the fight. He gets that kill, and there is Fox just posted up on the connector. Molotov rains out as well. It's going to be tough for NiP to deal with.
That might be a bit far for that Molotov. Maybe, maybe
Lord.
not. That is actually dead on. Sick one from ZBM. Guy knows how to use his nades. Oh, sorry, rather. I'm looking at my monitor there. Oops. But ZBM, he just like chucks this Molotov from upper all the way across the map to land into like the CT ramp by connector. That was pretty sick.
That was like a napalm strike from Worms. Just rains down in all the choke points.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I thought it was going to be like, it's morning. He's trying to wake up. And he loves the smell in the morning. Let's go. Exist. Not going to get it done, though. 2v3. Now a 3v1. Maths are hard to do on the fly. And, well, that is another round on the board for FaZe. 6-0. They're just mauling the Ninjas right now. And NiP, they decided they've had enough. This is it. They need to draw the line. They're going to go for a force buy.
Yeah, they essentially have to. This CT side of theirs is just, this is going so south. It's supposed to be the other way around here. And FaZe, I mean, they haven't dropped the ball in any of these gun rounds. So NiP backs against the wall. Now they have, like, no utility. And essentially when you're buying into this round like this, you're kind of saying, we need to just get rounds more than we can afford to save it. And Fox is going to get the opening kill. So this is going to be even more difficult. Basically already out of nades. I mean, there's one smoke and one flashbang on the NiP side.
Shots, but nothing coming from it. Yeah, they just don't have any more utility left. Like, they have a single smoke grenade on Pyth. That's it. This isn't good enough here, and it's going to go as well. So now it's all on getting that lucky break with the headshots at this point. Land him, and well, FaZe, they're going to be splitting on this A site. Pop Dog is now cleared out. ZBM taking some shots into the smoke just to see if anybody was holding close to main. He's all alone, and Get Right's just going to pounce on him. So good positioning there by Get Right, good reactions. Of course, he can hear when ZBM reloads when he's that close, which is why Get Right goes around that corner.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of an experience. Obviously, just spamming that whole clip, and then once it comes in, Get Right knows exactly what's happening. Easy kill. Gonna make some of those mistakes. Pop flash out mid. Pit is still up close. And he's just playing the angle, and now he's gonna bide his time, patiently finds that kill onto Rain, readjusts and gets a second on AZ. That's a good find.
And Fox nearly bites it as well. He's down to 47 HP. Great play from Pith, bringing NiP into this round. There could be the big flank here coming from Michael, however. Get Right turns around. Michael completely fluffs the shot initially. Picks up the first and the second, though. More than makes up for it. And he even did, he had an idea of where Freiburg was coming from. Freiburg still has the element of surprise, however, and he's going to get that shot long range. And it's going to be a clutch situation now with 20 seconds left here for Fox to make it happen. Luckily, though, Fox has that bomb. And really, 10 seconds left. He's got to get that plant down now. And, well, now Freiburg kind of has the drop on him. Freiburg looks like he spotted him going towards Ivy, so this gets really tricky here for Fox. He's going to have basically one chance to land this shot before Freiburg takes his head off. And Fox, he's been spotted. So Freiburg is just going to continue getting closer and closer Freiberg that doesn't really do anything, and that was really nicely done there by Freiberg, coming in from using the high ground basically. Fox had no idea where he was getting shot from.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think you're right. I think Fox misplayed that a little bit when he fakes the plant with that smoke and then doesn't even realize that Freiberg had already gotten out, and then he puts himself in hell, which as an AWPer, like, it gives you no information of where anything is going. He could have played that a little bit better, a little bit safer maybe towards Ivy, but either way, that's the first round on the board for the Ninjas. They needed that, and if they get reset here, that's when you really get your legs taken out from under you, right? Because then you're economically just shattered. Everyone's going to be buying out as much as they can into this round. I mean, Existence got right down to 0. Pitt and Freiberg are down to 50. You can't even like get much lower than that.
No, this is yeah. It'll be $1,400 if they lose this round. So unacceptable. And FaZe, they aren't wasting any time. They go straight into White Halls, going towards Brown. And Get Right, he's here with the MAC-10. I like this choice. It's time to go for the big plays here. Get Right. Trade 1 for 1. He's in a one and done kind of situation here. He's not going to be able to back off safely. There's just too many people waiting for him around this corner. And I think he spotted him. Yep, there it is. Takes out Rain. Could go for the second, but he's not going to connect with the shot. And FaZe, they're going to be able to power through onto this B site now until Freiberg dunks a nade, assassinates Michael. He gets the flash as well. Just going for the big spray. Triple kill for Freiberg. Triple spray down. And NiP, they keep it together.
That is a sick recovery from Freiberg. The one benefit to Get Right being that aggressive with that with the shotgun is just that he gets the intel so quickly. He had no one in that bomb site, and then he gets that first kill, and Freiberg immediately starts running over to the site. He's in perfect position there. So they do manage to stabilize. They do build up that economy and string them together, but they have one last buy before they can break the money of FaZe and then have, you know, a little bit of alleviated round. And they need these eco rounds. They need these to come about to close the scoreline. FaZe, they can't get much more rounds before this might just be too much for NiP to handle going forward.
Yeah, that's exactly what's at the back of NiP's mind right now. Trying to get that tourniquet on, stop the bleeding. So, well, Freiberg, he decided to give it a good twist, and that certainly helped. In the last round, now we have to see a little bit of a trick play coming in here, trying to boost to look over the smoke. But Exist is not giving Fox a target for now. In the meantime, the bomb is waiting in Brown Halls outside of B site, and they've got a boost going here. Really trying to find all the little tricky edges here, FaZe Clan, to be able to get that early pick on NiP. But NiP are just playing this so passively. No aggression anywhere on the map.
Yeah, and there's a good find from Pitt with the off angle. Now Fox is going to swing out, and he gets eliminated by Exist from the other side. So good teamwork from Pitt and Exist. One out mid, that's Mike Lely. 4 spots it, takes the duel, wins that one as well. Can't recover in time. Swing towards Ivy, or I mean towards ladder room. But Pitt's still far back with that AWP, and him and Exist combined for 2 more.
Now they're starting to turn it on here, the Swedes. This is looking much better. Nice little double combination there, that 1-2 punch combination over at Alley. The AWP drawing the attention initially, and then just the swing out there by Exist.
Yeah, that was really good stuff. And that was actually without even a pop flash, because you could see FaZe, their idea was they were doing the same exact kind of setup against that defense, like one on each side of the wall, looking the other way, backing each other up. It was just, when Pitt gets that first kill, it's kind of all over there.
Just have to pounce, that's the issue. And Pith, he's going to be changing it up. I do like it. Flash comes out, he turns away. He's going to hear them charging down onto the site. Get Right's going to get that Molotov down. It's going to buy just enough time for Pith and Forrest to start having their way. Pith is going to be able to drop down off of low upper as well. And so now Get Right, he's in position to hold the line, and he's going to get that shot on the Fox. So ZBM and Michael Lely, the last 2 alive here for FaZe Clan. Look at Forrest being so thorough. Just in case.
Doesn't even want to deal with it.
Just in case the boost was there.
And that was actually pretty close. Get Right almost got swarmed. I mean, that Molotov was a little bit late for him to get his gun out to recover in time, but Forrest had rotated, you know, just at the right moment to get that kill, bail him out of a tough spot, and then defense stabilizes from there. Otherwise, if Get Right gets swarmed there, the other players might just choose to run right through that Molotov just to get the plant down. Obviously, on these kind of rounds, the plant is the main focus of what you want. But now, I mean, all that's left is for him to just walk down this ramp or jump down. Get Right's going to get an easy kill. And the second one, he's spraying long range, and he does find it in the end. 3 kills for him on the round, and now they've started to close that gap. It's 4-6, and another buy is going to come out now for FaZe. The question is, Fox going to go for the AWP, get the light armor? I would assume.
Yeah, he did. He has to have, yeah, there it is. So Skimp's on the helmet, but if he gets into a spray fight, he should have a little bit of a chance at least. But NiP now, after these perfect, I mean, these are very solid rounds that they're showing so far. It's allowing them to develop the economy, so it's completely shifted. Now we have to see, are they going to be able to get some control back here? FaZe, very quick execute out onto the A site, but Forrest is ready and waiting with that AWP. He picks off AZ to start. One through to Ali, though. That's going to make things awkward as Rain gets into the back line. And Rain, he's just annihilating them. But Forrest and Freiberg in the meantime finding big kills. Rain, though, he's not done. 3 kills. And now they're in a bit of an awkward spot. Get right. He's going to catch AZ peeking. Well, that wasn't AZ. That was Fox.
Yeah,
Right.
and all on Rain.
What was that?
He's done so much already. And he's got low HP, 3 kills. Although, good part is that Get Right actually picked up an AWP. I think maybe he's just trying to make sure he can have it for when this round is over, recover it, and still have that double up setup that they switched into. And Rain's, he's repositioned himself, so that's the big question. Now, Forrest and the bomb train's really exposed. He's got to find a new spot, and Get Right on that flank through ladder room kind of readjust his own position. And there it is, Forrest. Just going to end it.
Easy shot there for Forrest, yeah.
Yeah.
Rain had no idea. So that was a critical round. They don't save both AWPs, though. Get Right was a bit too far away, so he couldn't actually run back over there to pick it up. But Get Right had 9,000 as well, so if they wanted to go back to the double up, they could have. That was an option for sure for NiP. Just seems like they want to go for the rifles instead, because this is going to be a quasi-buy coming out of FaZe Clan. Kevlar, Tech-9s, couple of nades, but just stabilizing their economy for the next round where they're going to go for the full buy.
Yeah, and they'll have the full losing bonus as well, so the fact that they're not completely bought out, next time they'll be able to have, you know, that AWP with full armor and nades. They'll have whatever they want. So this is just going to be execute. See if they can swarm the site. They might be able to. Forrest is the only one close up, and if he falls, which he just does, he does dink AZ, but he can't clean up that kill. Now they can all push forward if they can just find Pit. Bomb is being planted, and all of NiP has been forced back.
This is some good versatility being shown here by NiP, though. The fact that it seems like Pith is able to actually pick up an AWP and make good use of it, that actually gives them some options here in NiP. It's not all on Forrest to actually make that sniper rifle work. Not going to find a second kill. That's a little unfortunate. For a quasi-buy, you kind of want to get a little bit more than that.
Yep.
Than just the straight bomb plant. You know, he's trying to inflict at least a little bit more economic damage to NiP, but still, not a too bad a round. Get Right, again, just going to drop the rifle. He's basically turned into the Bank of Sweden right now. But with all 3 players, I mean, kind of floating around the 6 to 8K, it's not too shabby.
Yeah, I mean they all have a massive bank. I mean, look at this: 5 Molotovs, 5 smokes. That's going to be so hard now for FaZe to run anything quick. As soon as NiP says any kind of presence, they're just going to drop Molotovs in the choke point, just like that one. Forces Mike Lely away from taking any kind of aggressive peek. And Forrest has made himself aggressively in towards the ladder. There comes a pop flash, but Forrest gets that kill. Actually, might have been a fake. I think it might have bounced behind him. Either way, Fox gets the trade. So down to a 4-on-4.
And they're kind of waiting to see, is there going to be further aggression from NiP? And yeah, Get Right, it's not going to be over by Ali. Instead, Get Right's going to decide to actually push into Brown Halls here. Might have a bit of a rough time, however.
Yeah, he's got Pit right on the lower ramp, just spotting for it, so he's waiting for that shot. Actually, no, he takes the peek. I thought he would wait for the shot and set up some kind of a crossfire. Either way, maybe he's trying to bait him into Pit.
Yeah, maybe that's what's going on here. Pith with that AWP up close. Oh. Wow, that was like the easiest shot of his life.
Oh, and now it's tough now for FaZe. They do have all the utility that they might possibly need, but at this point, NiP, I look at Exist. He's already pushed up towards ladder room. Freiberg as well is pushed up close to T mid. Quick flanks if this inner hit does come through, and AZ's just going to run right through the smoke, trying to aggress upon Get Right, but not able to find anything. Get Right does find that kill, adjusts really nicely using those angles. The nade's going to come out, and here's Exist on the quick backstab. He does get taken up by Michael Ailey, but there's nothing left to do from there. That's a good round from NiP, and this is a sick recovery. They've won 7 straight.
Yeah, 7 rounds in a row. With sick money now, they can just full buy back-to-back rounds, no problem at all. And FaZe, as soon as the struggle began there, it seems like they just aren't able to keep up. I mean, ZBM's doing the best that he can, trying to play that support role, right? He's throwing the smokes, he's carrying the bomb, but he's only got 4 kills on the board. AZ kind of feeding himself in there as the entry frag right now as well, not really having too big an impact. So this is a tough situation here for FaZe. It seems like they're kind of struggling to get things done. Whereas NiP, finally, yeah, they figured it out. They found their form. Forrest holding aggressive again in case FaZe Clan decided to go for some kind of early aggression or decided to go for an early a smoke execute. Instead, it's going to be Pyth missing. Well, you know, they started to move a little bit faster, right?
Oh.
But then Forrest with 2 sick shots.
Especially with that low of HP. Oh, that's a nice shot from Fox. Getting dinked in mid to aim. Just flicks over, grabs it anyways. Now it's onto this retake situation. Get Right's going to be the first person to make contact. Freiberg's just a little bit behind him, and he's going to be smoked off inside the Z choke point. So Get Right's got to try and clear something out as the bomb time clicks, and he has this angle. That's a sick angle, but ZBM smartly doesn't commit to it. Molotov's going to rain out now.
Dude, that's crazy. ZBM right now, he's playing with some great experience. Fox will get caught in the end, and, well, it's not going to matter. The retake will come through somehow for NiP. They just win all of the duels flat out. I'm a little...
I mean, Get Right, that was just sick from him. Because you could see him holding that angle for ZBM, and then he just swings and finds Fox long range. And then he swings right back and grabs ZBM as he peeks. Just like so many others against Get Right. You make the perfect play, but
Doesn't
it's
matter.
just so hard to win it anyways.
He's still one step ahead. That's the crazy thing with Get Right. Back in the, another stroll down memory lane, right? When he was like the king of clutch.
He's
1DX
actually one of the most
situations.
frustrating players I've ever played against.
I could believe it. I could believe it. Oh, nice nade. Actually, not as effective as I thought it would. The bullets did a bit more there. Forced with the aggressive push again. And this is basically the solution that NiP have found in these past few rounds, is just actually don't even let FaZe set up. Just get in their face.
Oh, and as well now, when you win 8 straight, you have all the confidence in the world. It's a little bit different when you're not just getting beat up round after round. So with 8 in a row, you can see him more than willing to take some of these fights. And it's been that way ever since they've had money to rebuy guns. Ever since they felt comfortable with their economy, they're just taking these fights in choke points.
Yeah, and Python holding alley so far. I mean, basically, nobody really at risk here for NiP. They're all over the place, spread out across the map. There's 2 players left here for FaZe, and they need to find some big shots, basically, to open things up here. Might get the chance. There we go. Bit of a peekaboo moment there where Exist got up on the train, but Rain misses the opportunity.
Yeah, and there's nothing really left for these guys to do.
Yeah.
Rain's going to fall, and now it's just on to Fox.
50 seconds left as well. 40 seconds now. Bomb is getting roasted. Luckily, you need electricity to blow up C4. I don't either.
What was that story we heard today that there's a...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Apparently there's like a giant bomb that's just like chilling. What was it? A big boy? A fat
Yeah,
boy? Is
Big
that
Boy.
what he called
I
it?
think it was Big Boy.
It's basically like a... Yeah, I can't even remember what he like the description that he gave. It was just like, okay, there's a giant bomb that's actually not too far away. So if we were to go up, we'd all die. We wouldn't know we were dead. We'd die. Be like, awesome.
Yeah, could be fun. Could be fun. Either way, that's a really nice recovery from NiP, and it's all like this is kind of one of the. It's just one of those halves that reminds you how impactful the economy in this game is to having success. I mean, you could see when NiP didn't have any money for the first 6 rounds, they were just getting beaten up and bodied, and then once they finally win a round and then string a second one together and they have all the money, I mean, they just run away with it. Especially on the CT side of Train, where I mean, it could just be so hard to get terrace rounds on this map. Especially when your opponents have all their Molotovs, so that all of a sudden the fast tactics get taken away from you. You have to go a little bit slower, and on top of that, you have a stand-in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just trying to think like how they could have because not only did they lose one of their hard fraggers, they lost their coach as well, their caller.
Yeah.
So they have to go back to Rain calling again. And then they're down a man basically, so they have like they might as well have had a pack mule. It's just running behind them with smokes and flashes and the bomb. They're like, come here, ZBM, come here. And then ZBM's like, oh, clop, 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 like runs up to them, and then they take the bomb and plant it.
He's like the little guy from Monty Python on the Holy Grail, slapping the coconuts.
Managers everywhere, they love osmosis.
I know.
That's exactly it. I'm glad you're able to describe it so accurately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they are going to be able to start off this second round now. We get to see NiP actually trying to execute on the T side. So here we are, kind of ribbing FaZe Clan a little bit for the struggles that they had in the first half. They could definitely turn it around because now it's going to come down to aim. And it's also going to come down to NiP figuring out where ZBM is playing so that they could potentially take advantage of that, perhaps.
He's playing one of the hardest spots in Counter-Strike, that Ivy.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, inner solo is probably the hardest, but Ivy is extremely difficult to play. So actually, this is going to be a lot on Michael, having to divide his time between his standard position at the bomb train and the outer train yard, rotating around to help ZBM whenever he's feeling pressure, and having to kind of figure out which is the more important space for him to be at that point in time.
Oh, and the boost actually pays off a little bit. Rain taking a little bit of damage there. And I just need to point out real quick while there's some downtime, Moses. It's pronounced ZBM. We're in Europe here. So, you burger eating heathen, head back whatever you want. All right. But the push begins, and it's just mass headshots coming out here from NiP. 2 come through. Rain is able to return at least 1 shot in, but then it's just a wrecking ball, basically. Full Miley Cyrus, NiP, no fear, just go crashing onto the site, and it's all over.
Full Miley Cyrus. I like it.
I do too. I'm amazed I have never used that before. I can't believe it. There we go.
Well, there's no more opportune moment than now for that kind of a gesture. I like it.
Absolutely, right?
I mean, that is what it came down to. Is just those sick entries. Like, those are the battles that the USPs are expected to win as well. They're like the long range ones. Instead, it's just the Glocks. And now look at this. No fear. Maybe they should have had a little bit, though, because Michael just ends get right before he can even really get anything going. Flash comes out. That's a sick flash, actually, from Freiburg. That blinds like 2 people, and now he gets a free entrance, but ZBM takes him out. There's AZ as well, but Force finally responding, but they're so low. This could be a second round just returned by FaZe.
Yeah, this was a bit too much of the no fear. Only Dreams kind of approach. ZBM is still alive. He's got a MAC 10, and he's a true terror. Freiburg has learned that now. He's going to come down to Forest, and there's the angle. Takes out ZBM, but he takes a little bit more damage in the process, so he's down to 23. So Rain and Michael, they've got the firepower to deal with this. Pyth is fairly low as well, so. The only issue is that there's so much time on the clock.
Oh, and Forrest is just basically deathmatching at this point. Just standing behind that train, so much cover. There's nothing FaZe can really do. And now down to this Deagle. And this, I mean, if he can grab one long range, if he can get here just in time, he jumps up, he takes the fight. Can't get the kill, though. He does get a little bit of a tag on the pit, but 5 kills for Forrest, and Ace bails him out of this second round.
Ace in the anti-eco. And he actually makes it work. And now NiP are going to learn from their lesson, perhaps, and say, let's buy some rifles. Everybody get rifles. Rifles for everybody. And let's not die, please, by rushing around all over the place and just running into pistol range.
It's actually pretty cool, though. Forrest drops over his AK, keeps a USP, so he's just going to be the scout, basically. Wherever they go, he'll probably lead the way, or he'll be the one to probe. And it looks like, actually, he might be... He's out towards T-Choke. But none of them have even entered it. It looks like they're waiting for some kind of push-up, and Rain is going to oblige him. He actually dinks Freiburg, almost takes him out, down to 7 HP. And now you're going to see the switch up. So Freiburg is the one stuck on the pistol. Forrest gets the AK-47. And Fox is going to do a little bit more aggression here, but it's new players watching it. And that one gets dinked as well. Get right now down to 12.
Jeez. I mean, it's so close. He nearly got Freiburg in the backfire there as well.
Yeah.
Crazy. And now... Michael, I mean, it's basically the last 3 guys here with USPs, so it's not ideal for FaZe. But if they can keep hitting shots like this, there we go. More shots going through. Not quite able to find the angle, unfortunately. He's hitting the train more than anything. Wall bang USP with, from AZ. Not too bad. I like it. A for effort. Forrest getting dropped a little bit low, but they're just keeping their cool here, NiP. They really fail to die.
Look at the health. 3 members just get wrecked by pistols. Unfortunately, FaZe just can't finish it off.
Well, speaking about finishing it off, I mean, NiP are at 12 rounds right now. If FaZe lose this round, that's pretty much it.
That's 12 rounds in a row, by the way.
You're right. And when you're right, you're right. Holy hell. Yeah, Forrest just came alive all of a sudden. 20 kills for him. And a bit more of a passive approach this time. But yeah, Forrest, I mean, he had the USP last round. This is mainly so that he can guarantee having an op in this round. Oh, and AZ going for the mad aggression, and he actually gets in there and takes out NiP. Well, Pyth, that is.
That's got to be... Pyth's got to be so stressed out about that. Just like...
Would you say that he's miffed?
Yeah, miffed even would be an accurate description. He had that play read. It was just AZ falling off the railing, and a bullet went a little... It's like, you know, when the sideways bullet actually helps you out, but there it is. Now NiP knows where ZBM is playing. So it could be all over now. Although they do get that kill and just readjust. So down to a 4-on-4. AZ's down at 8 HP, and he's actually solo at the inner bomb site. That's a lot of faith in a low HP player. But perhaps because he doesn't feel any pressure. Actually, no. Just as I say that, they swap it out. Michael Ailey's going to be the solo player. AZ's going to play in a little bit more cover up in heaven. This execute has not come in yet for NiP. Freiburg just clearing out some flanks. Looks like maybe he's going to go down the ladder to kind of join him for this outside hit.
Yeah, he's just checking to see if there's any info in Brown Halls there. He doesn't see anybody. So he can set up the smoke exactly through the windows that have already been busted open. Flash in for Exist. He's going to take the fight, point blank, get right with the big spray, but he gets shut down by Rain, who does fall fairly low. Fox is going to just get wiped out by Freiburg, who's waking up here. And then the man is spotted. AZ think that they spotted him up in Sniper. And yeah, exactly. Exist was waiting for him. But it still Exist, the last man alive. He gets that kill, but at what cost? He lost his team, his friends, the men that he's played with for years. all dead. And now it's up to him to avenge them with 8 seconds left on this clock, and there's just no way for him to win this round unless he gets the kills. Has to find the man connector, not going to happen, and now they're just playing keep away. Eventually he takes the fight with Michael, but it's just not going to be good enough. Very well played there by FaZe to finally, well, actually, to finally break the streak.
Yeah.
And in large part due to the caster curse given by Moses. Moses praising them for its, that 12-round streak.
Yeah. It's my fault, boys.
How does that make you feel, Moses?
I don't mind. I was hoping this game would.
How does that make you feel?
One thing I didn't like, NiP played that route so passively. When they actually go for that execute, they had to use 3 flashbangs just to clear out that T connector.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's all utility they could have used for that hit to keep pushing down lanes if they're throwing them in the air, blinding FaZe members. But they use so much just to regain control of that T connector. So maybe just a little bit overly passive. Either way, though, I mean, that was just a really nice performance. Rain, especially with the triple kill. And now you can see how aggressive FaZe is. Fox and Rain both playing close up. Rain in ladder, Fox towards T mid, and he's got to be very, very careful.
Yeah, nicely done there. Forrest going to take a bit of HE damage. Freiburg is holding Howard to make sure that there can't be an aggressive push for control, rather. Yeah, this definitely gave some confidence to FaZe. Being willing to set up with a bit more of an aggressive posture. Pyth is kind of pushing up close though. Now they've actually got some decent control here to work with. They don't really have anybody over by alley. So info there, not clear.
Look at that play from AZ.
Oh, he's waiting for that peekaboo moment.
That's a free kill if they come down lower. Mike Lely isn't even watching it right now.
Oh.
Oh, this could be so sick.
Oh. Yeah, there's a flash. 1. This is it. Gets caught. Does it set it up though? Exactly there. Michael Lele drawing the attention. He gets a second kill that drops the bomb onto the site. Exists now. He's like, thank you very much for helping us out there, bro. But he's going to get caught out by Rain. Freiburg now the last man alive, just spraying wildly, hoping to be able to get lucky through that smoke, but he's going to get annihilated by Fox. What is this? 8-12 now the score. FaZe running it back 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, and NiP can't buy.
That's actually really impressive, considering the fact that NiP had, like, what, 12 rounds in a row? You're right, like 3 rounds at least in the second half. And, well, that's their economy broken already.
Yeah, they're shattered, so we're going to be back on the pistols. Now, this is one of those times where they're not investing into armor, but if they can get, like, 2 to 3 kills, anything's going to help them here, because the money still isn't that great on the FaZe side, despite winning 2 in a row. 3 members hovering right around $1,000. The other players are just beneath that. So it's like, if you can get 2 to 3 kills, force some rebuys, keep that money low, go in and win the next gun round. Once again, you reset this money on the CT side. But now, I mean, it's going to be so difficult. And AZ, that is ballsy, not throwing the Molotov, but a nice flash from your teammate. Michael Ailey and him combined for 4 quick kills. And Get Right gets cleaned out on the other side of the map.
That works. That definitely works. Maybe feeling like the incendiary wasn't going to be able to make it out in time, like he'd just get overwhelmed. But still, really solid work. Turns away for the flash. Insta-kill. Michael Ailey and AZ just working together. We're getting it in all of its glory. Once again, 9-12. And FaZe, they're bringing it back. But NiP now, after that round of eco, they've actually got some rifles to work with. No AWP picked up for Pyth or Forrest. So we'll have to see where exactly they decide to take this fight. It's going to be 3 players pushing Ivy, it looks like, or at least, camping out around there to see if FaZe were going to get aggressive. But FaZe really haven't been showing any kind of aggression because it's ZBM basically focusing on this part of the map. And all he's been doing is just throw down smoke and wait on the other side of it to see.
It's pretty interesting how aggressive Fox and Rain are being away from ZBM. So if he falls, the weakest link, you could say. I mean, that's something that NiP can exploit here. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going right back at him with 3 people. And Get Right's going to start just walking up Ivy. A lot of flashbangs are being used. ZBM feels the pressure. No one's rotated back to help him at all. So he's got to go and pop flash from his teammate, catches him. The timing's off. Now that nade.
I mean, this is kind of giving away where he's like, Get Right's just checking to make sure that there's no bait going on here. Like, checks the back line. He's just like, okay. I know where you are, ZBM. Is there anybody else waiting for me here? I like this patience from Get Right. Now he's in position. His teammates are going to fall back. He's just waiting to see if ZBM wants to go for that push, for info. Not going to happen, though. ZBM showing some great patience so far, although he might walk into it now. He's right on the edge. Right on the edge. There's the flash. ZBM owns Get Right. That team play. This is going to, this is the kind of stuff, he's going to remember for the rest of his life.
Nice pop flash. Get Right can't do anything. And now Freiburg and Forrest, they've got to respond, and they find 3 kills out middle. Rain and Michael Ailey behind the smoke, trying to prevent this plant from going on. They're actually dealing massive damage to Forest, and, I mean, look at these NiP players. They're so low. They can make this work, and here's the man, your favorite clutch player, Rain, still alive in this one.
Yeah, the beast from the fjords. And, well, oh, man, it is all going to be on Rain now. 1v3, we've seen him do it in the past. There's the first one. Doesn't take a single point of damage. Couldn't get the second as well. They continue to peek him for some reason. And, well, unfortunately for him, he's going to figure out that Freiburg's holding close electric, and now his life got a little bit more difficult. He's got to be able to catch out Freiburg. Freiburg looking for the shot, and he's going to get it. So nicely done there by Freiburg, playing keep away. He'll live. Pyth as well. Preserve the young is basically what's going on here with NiP, right? Let them live.
All right, Michael with the auto sniper. It's out. There it is, the legendary kill.
He'll treasure that. He will. I mean, he's not doing too shabby, ZBM. He's not doing too shabby. He's playing Ivy well. He's communicating with his teammates. Gets that flash right before he peeks. He doesn't just go for the straight face peek. I'm liking it. I'm digging it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to dig that, though.
And AZ, that Molotov is thrown out to prevent AZ from even peeking, from even helping his teammate. So really sick job, and now they might have heard him actually get close and pick up that AWP, but look at all these scopes they have in here.
This is kind of scary, yeah. Freiburg, he manages to catch out Rain. It's ZBM holding it alley right now. Freiburg going to be checking that, but the smoke goes down to block it, and Pyth will catch out Michael. So the rotation is coming through. AZ hoping to get lucky with that AWP. Well, ZBM with the FAMAS. It's not going to be pretty. Now Pyth waiting for him on the bomb train. And a perfect round here coming in for NiP that's going to put them up onto 14, and it's going to put FaZe in a bit of a tough spot as far as the money is concerned. They are going to be in a force buy situation with basically 2,000 across the board.
Yep.
Not really acceptable here. So it should mean that NiP are going to get to pick up their second map of the night. Unless there's some like magical play where ZBM, you know, he really goes ham, gets a triple kill, gets into double digits versus NiP.
It's got to be ZBM.
Yeah.
That'd be really sick stuff. But either way, I mean, that's a nice take from NiP. I like that Molotov up top to prevent the crossfire from coming into play. But that round, FaZe knew how important that round was. Although look at this. Aggression towards the inner bomb site. NiP set up pretty well for it. Exist can't get the kill, though. They're brought down very low. There's Rain up the ladder. He does fall, evens things out, and Freiburg coming out mid is going to drop Fox. Say goodnight.
Yeah, say goodnight indeed, Michael Lele. He's chilling. AZ is going to go get aggressive. ZBM is rotated into connector as well. AZ going for the shoulder peek, actually. Just manages to hop up there, so I think he knows that somebody's close. And that's going to cost him his life force. Too quick for those shenanigans. ZBM, the dream is not going to happen. Not this round, at least. But he did get 1 kill, so he's up to 8 now. We got to keep count here. It's all on ZBM. He's got 1 point more than Fox.
He could actually break into double digits here.
I think so, man. If they can get that flash going again or something, I mean, they're just, you know, bait AZ again. Worked last round.
Just get yours. Just get yours.
Yeah, that's all that matters at this point. That's all that matters. We have to see, though. Wallbang, I like it. Coming in from Forest, hoping to get... Oh, and he gets it onto Fox. But...
More aggression. This is basically just like a rush from FaZe. And it's not going well whatsoever. Though. Rain gets a dink with a shotgun.
It's your time, ZBM. It's your time. And Michael was like, go. Be free. There's the first. Headshot onto Freiburg. Could pick up an AK. Yes, he's got one now. They're going to be making their way into the inner sight. ZBM and Michael working as a duo. Incendiary goes down. Michael, he doesn't care. And ZBM, unfortunately, is going to die in a fire. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be 2 wins. 2 map wins for tonight for NiP over FaZe, who have just had basically a pretty rough evening.
Yeah, tough situation to be in as well. I think a manager or a coach sub, and even for that matter, is tough stuff. You know, last season Cloud9 actually had Stunna come in for a few rounds when someone's computer crashed or something like that. And he got like 3 kills, and he had the highest like headshot percentage in North American Counter-Strike because he had like 3 kills with headshots, and that was all he played for the whole season.
And that's basically, he never shut up about it either.
And he never played for them again.
So he's eternally like the best. The headshot machine scream doesn't have anything on him.
He holds the record. Yeah.
That hurts my brain. I'm surprised I haven't heard that from Stunna himself at some point, right? You know, I don't mean to brag, Sumler. You're talking to the North American
headshot leader. Why not?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, I believe we are ready to hand it over to the analysts. So, you know, for Moses and myself here at the commentary desk where the real action happens, you know, we'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a good night.
Phasing up at the end there. Sadly not to be for them tonight. Bit of a rough old night, as they just said. Obviously, you know, losing Jacob, it's a bit of a kick in the sack, really, and it's a 2-0 for NiP.
Such a delightful term as well.
Well, I mean, it was. It's like straight to the point. I like to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a great deal you can talk about that one, really. I mean,
no, it was pretty much a non-contest.
Hey,
The
ZBM got the kill on Get Right. He's going to be happy with that.
Yeah, nearly made it to double figures.
Yeah,
went out the way you would expect, I guess.
If I'm going to be brutal,
crashed and burned.
You know, nearly making it to the double figures is actually more than Nex got.
True.
He only got 8 himself.
Nex gets so much grief these days.
It was a little harsh.
Like, I'm not even going to join in. It's like flogging the horse that's like not even dead. It's been there for years now, just like rotting away. It's just like bones. Like,
he used to be good.
Yeah, but this has been a recent topic for quite some time. Like, the guy is not playing well at the moment. Like, Slum Society is very, very quiet. But yeah, it is what it is, right? Train is not a forgiving map for any team who's not on point. You add in all the issues FaZe had. Individually, you're going to be frustrated. As a team, you can't operate like you normally do. And then you're essentially a pug at that point. Even if you added a good player in, you know, a good player, you're still not going to be able to get that big impact. Unless it's Nico, maybe.
And a pug on train is just not fun. Simple as that. So let's recap actually what the action has been tonight. Let's go through the 2 scores, of course. First off, it was Astralis up against Mousesports. That was on Mirage and Dust 2. I'm sure the graphic's coming up in a minute. I'm waiting for it. I'm just trying to feel for it. There we go. There we go. Mirage against Astralis. It started off a pretty close affair on Mirage, honestly. They had a very good T-side. It could have gone well. Nico absolutely turning up on T-side, but went missing on CT.
Well, you know, everyone says you can hyper carry on T-side a lot easier, right? You can lead the fray, which you can do. Their CT side was a little underwhelming, sadly. I think there was a couple of pieces missing in that, and Astralis just kind of hammered them. Device was having a great game in the early stages. He started to lose a little bit of the presence in mid, if you saw towards the end of it, where they started to get that control, but it turned around eventually, and of course Astralis did pick up that victory. Yeah,
Dupree stepping up as well in that game. Dust 2, obviously, as you can see, the score wasn't such a pretty sight. 16-4, very dominant stuff for Astralis. And then, of course, we carried on into NiP versus FaZe Clan, which you just saw. Sadly went down to a 4v5 on Dust 2, and the manager stepped in to try and save the day over on Train. Got himself a couple of kills, but that is really about all it is. So that, of course, puts NiP at 7-1, and Astralis at 8-2. So Astralis now top of the league. Fnatic in there as well at 7-1, and now NiP 7-1. Very good record for them. Certainly for FaZe Clan fans, they're going to be looking back at the end of the season and kind of worrying about this, no doubt, a little bit. But looking further on tonight, Renegade's going to be playing Winter Fox. It's in, I can tell you, 2.5 hours time. That's when it's going to be kicking off. That's going to be the NA Pro League as well. And AGG versus Splice. Thank you very much for reminding me. We do have, obviously, tomorrow's matches. It's a good job because I've got them written down right here. It's going to be Virtus Pro versus NiP first off, and that will be followed by G2 versus Envy. As you can see, will be Cash and Overpass and Cash and Train. So double cash tomorrow.
Cash. Big fan of Cash.
Yeah,
looking forward to seeing Overpass with NiP, because I remember Gerard saying they were really frustrated. They threw away one of their earlier Pro League games on that one, because they had been putting time into it, which was previously not a map they favoured too much. So hopefully we get to see a bit of that threat influence coming through.
And the most played map for Virtus Pro as well, so maybe they'll...
Stats aren't always great for Virtus Pro, though. Don't read too much into it.
And speaking of new things... It's Envious tomorrow, boys. It's the new man, Devil. Is he going to be the devil in the detail? We'll find out.
Oh, how many puns are we going to have?
There's so many.
Never stops.
So
it's
many.
Horrible.
I mean, he made a contract with the devil.
Stop it.
That's what
Stop
Semler
it.
pulled out earlier on.
Wouldn't be envious of Envy having to go up against G2 now.
I know,
French
exactly.
battle.
Yeah, there's all sorts that could go
Or it's
on.
just had enough.
That is all happening tomorrow, guys. And that will be the same time, same place, 7 o'clock Central European time. We'll see you then. We're going to go have a beer. See you tomorrow.